Hey, what's up guys, it's Slikk here. I'm back again with another video, and as we are now in 2017, my hype is building for Injustice 2. I've always been excited for the game, but I know that the game is now only months around the corner, and I can't wait to see the new character announcements we'll be getting in the next few months. We haven't gotten any for a few months, so I think that we can, guess at this point that there's going to be a lot of them coming down the turnpike before the game releases in early 2017, and I cannot wait for this game. I'll talk about that a little bit later in this video, but I really wanted to show you some of the improvements that NetherRealm Studios has made to the game since we first saw it. In terms of gameplay, I think like 5 or 6 months ago is when we first saw a big chunk of gameplay, maybe even more than that. But anyway, I want to show you some of the character differentials from what we initially saw them and now. So if you're like me as well, when you first saw the character design for Wonder Woman and a few others, you were a little bit taken aback by how subpar they looked. And here's the first image of Wonder Woman that we saw when she was announced alongside Blue Beetle. I was not particularly impressed with this. I thought her hair didn't really look like hair, and I thought she also resembled somewhat of a man in regards to her face and yeah, just overall, I mean, I get that she's so somewhat masculine in the sense that she's extremely strong and, she'll beat the shit out of you. I think also that she has, she should be a little bit angelic and have a feminine side to her, because after all, her name is Wonder Woman. So what we see now, I want to show you, is the updated character model that we saw most recently in the Supergirl announcement. So in the Supergirl trailer, we saw her facing off against Wonder Woman, and here is the new and improved Supergirl. These are not, different quality images or anything like that. This is literally just what they have changed in the past few months. So I think that her skin color is a little darker, but I think that's really just because of the lighting, and she's Amazon. She's not pale or pasty white or anything like that for sure. She definitely have tanner skin for sure. But also, I mean, just look at her hair. Infinitely better. It actually looks like hair, first of all. Second of all, her face. I can't really describe it. It's just they changed her whole face, and she actually looks like a girl now, which is helpful. And not kind of like, I'm not going to say that. That's not politically correct. She looks way better on the right side, okay? So I'm really pleased with what they did there. And again, that was some of my biggest concerns. Now, you also look at characters like Batman, who looked fine originally, so you don't really need to change anything. Let's look at Supergirl, who I thought also looked fine, and we can see here in the first image here. Now, we can see the new and improved Supergirl that was highlighted in this update trailer. Now, granted, the first image was a little lower quality, and the brightness, I didn't have it as high. But still, you can see that they definitely changed her look and her face. It's a little bit less chubby. She's a little skinnier, it seems, almost in a way. She's making the same exact face as she was 5 months ago, and I think that you can tell the differences. A little bit of black to her hair, the base of her head. So adding some color and texture and just overall quality to the character design. We can see with Supergirl, they're definitely drawing inspiration from the New 52, which I happen to be a humongous fan of. I think that the first volume of the Supergirl New 52 is a must-read for every DC Comics fan, especially all Supergirl fans. And I hope that this is where I really get into the idea of the loot system and being able to acquire gear. I hope that instead of just selling DLC skins, they instead have the gear and loot system, and it's somewhat easy to obtain. I hope it's not impossible, right? But you can get the boots and the gloves. She doesn't have gloves on the New 52, but her suit and everything like that, she doesn't really have pants on either, so I guess there's some of this missing here, but you get the point, right? Like, you can maybe have 4 or 5 different gear sets, and if you acquire all of the gear in a set, you have the New 52 Supergirl costume. The same thing for other heroes, right? Like, instead of just buying the Batman Arkham City Batman skin, instead there's like 6 parts of it, and you have to get all the parts, and if you put all 6 on, if you complete that gear set, then you look like Batman, Arkham City Batman. You have the skin complete. You have the bottom, the top, the gloves, or the mask, or cowl, or whatever you want to call it, right? So you have everything there, and I hope that that is the case, but really, the parallels that I saw is in her age and in her hair from the New 52. They definitely are drawing from heavily, and a lot of the New 52 stuff has a lot of influence on the Injustice games, considering that the first game came out in 2013, 2 years after the relaunch of DC Comics. But again, it's not all characters, right? I mean, I showed you Wonder Woman and Supergirl. I think that they were improved a lot. You can look at Harley Quinn here, who looks really, really good in the game, I think, and the colors pop really well in her hair, and overall, I think she has a great character design, so she doesn't really need any improvements. But then I also, again, saw Wonder Woman from 5 months ago. I was like, well, they could definitely do a lot better with that, and that's what we've seen them do. So Supergirl looks phenomenal in the game, as does Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman, and again, a lot of the other characters, like Batman, Batman and Blue Beetle looked fine as is, so I don't think that there's going to be a whole ton of change to the characters. And also, you do consider that the costume is fully customizable, so a lot of people are commenting about how Supergirl's costume in the new trailer looks stupid. I think it looks really cool, but still, I would much prefer to have, you know, the New 52 costume, for instance, and I hope that they do let us actually equip that. That would just be so fun, and have a gear set. You know, like if you played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, for instance, you can have a gear set and complete that, and have skins from things that we love, you know, like certain comic book eras or television shows and stuff like that. So anyway, guys, hope you'll have enjoyed the video, and if you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts on what NetherRealm Studios has done to improve some of the character models in Injustice 2. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed.